Hello and welcome to Girl That Book.
Man, look.
Okay. All right. Wow.
That's how we're starting today.
We can already see where this is going. We're headed in this direction. We're headed in that direction. Yeah.
Girl That Book, Man Look is your one-stop shop for Black romance book recaps with a twist. Each time we'll be discussing a book by your favorite Black author.
Raise your hand if you're author.
This right now. Wait, I'm Jelana, aka Lana, aka Virgo Girl.
I'm Dana.
Why she have to dance with it?
I don't know.
And you are?
Right.
Oh, they call me Otis, aka Otis, aka Otis, aka Otis.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Moving right along.
I'm Malik. Hello.
Shalom.
All right, before we get started, what y'all drinking?
I really don't know because my daughter made this, but she said it's a mango pineapple twist.
I like the name of that. I really don't know.
Yep. We'll see how the show goes.
That's a cute cup.
Thank you.
These margaritas after taking a break. I'm back.
Oh, she's back. She's back.
We're ready for it.
My sober code said it was okay.
Sober near 1884.
Oh Lord.
Oh
my. You can be a pepper too. That's what I'm drinking. 2021.
That's some good stuff. Okay.
Definitely.
All right, everybody. Well, prepared to be
already.
Prepare.
Okay, we got this.
Prepare to be
prepared.
Brace yourself to be ambushed by Dana.
Me. All right. We're still on the Power Sisters series, book 1. Again, whatever, whenever. And we're actually, is that your book? Like your book? Some people are doing their own thing. Some people are doing their own thing. But that's okay. That's okay. So where we left off, we're going to actually finish this book today. So I'm just going to give you a recap of kind of what happened last week. Last week, Tracy came into the picture. So remember, Tracy has been gone for 10 long years, like long years. Yeah, 10. And so, Bryce didn't even know how to handle this. He was so messed up because he was worried about, I thought, his daughter's feelings, but he was struggling with how he was going to feel. So what did he do? He iced Rashida, iced her. Like, I can't focus. But he got it right. He did get it right. He was like, I'm sorry. My emotions were all over the place. I didn't know, girl, I want to be with you. Let's just be a thing. So that's where I'm leaving you. So now we're just going to pick up. So now they've been hanging out. Life has been good because remember, the kids were gone. So everything's been good. They've been enjoying each other. And so it's been good. Just a great weekend. And what happens is they pull up in front of the house and she's like, okay, and they're kind of talking. And then Tracy pulls up with her daughter. Rashida immediately, being respectful because she's classy like that. She said, you know what, I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna make a scene. And Bryce was like, no, you're not. You're fine right here. And Kiki wants to see you. She hasn't seen you. So what I need for you to do is be right here. sure enough, Kiki sees her and is like, oh my gosh, Miss Rashida. She's so excited to see her. And Rashida is excited to see her too. But Tracy was like, so you are Rashida. And she was like, yes, nice. It's nice to meet you too, Tracy. Like, hey girl, it's nice to meet you. And so Rashida was like, okay, we can hang out. And, you know, they were all excited. And then Kiki says, well, can I just go with Miss Rashida? No. So everybody paused, because I know I paused in the book. I don't know you fellas, but I paused like, no, ain't nobody talking to you. We were not talking to you. You're just dropping off. You've been gone for 10 long years. But anyway, everybody kind of paused like, she said, because I'm so sorry. You know, she had to get it correct. So she was like, oh, because I need to talk to the two of you, meaning she needed to talk to her daughter and Bryce. So Rashida was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll just go home and, you know, kind of mind my business. But while she was at home, she was stressed. She's peeking out the blinds like, why is this heifer still over at my man's house? Like, that's my man. So why is she still there? Just stressed. So what does she do? She calls her what? Her sisters. And she's like, okay, this is what just happened. This woman then came over and she's sitting at my man's house, and they're like, girl, Angel probably really wants to go wring her neck, but that's not what happens. Dana's like, I told you this stuff was too quick. And you know what you need to do? You need to leave. You next thing you know, you're gonna wander over there. So bring your ass, you know what, we're picking you up. We're picking you up. That's what we're gonna do. And so what do girls do best when you pick them up and they're stressed or going through something?
They fight.
No, we go shopping. We go
Oh,
shopping.
my bad.
We have to buy everything to take your mind off of whatever else is happening.
Oh, yeah.
So what did
That's
you
what's
say?
called.
Huh?
That's it. Nothing.
Nothing.
No, go ahead. What
No.
sounds like you
Nothing.
guys were both getting smart.
Is it? No. It
I
was a
was born that
static.
way.
You had a poor connection.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay.
connected.
Well, then we'll
Yeah.
just let that pass, because we'll let
Yeah,
that pass.
please.
I didn't.
Yeah, because what did you say, Otis? Because Otis, yeah,
I'm
be
out of
frozen
this
for
world,
the
I'm out.
rest of the show. You stay frozen. That's what I need. You stay frozen, and then we got it. We'll figure it out over here. So what happens is, so they go shopping and they're kicking it. They're minding their business. Everything is good. Everything is good. And her phone goes off and she gets so excited because she was like, oh my gosh, this is Bryce. He's calling, got his shit together. He left old girl. He told her bounce, but it wasn't him. It was her son. And it was a text message that says, come get me. Now, the son was with his father. And she was like, you know, sometimes kids can be a little extreme, but she's in tune with her son. So she was like, dude, what is it? He's like, come get me. Let me call your father. You can't. Why can't I? Because he's kind of part of the problem. That's what he wanted to say, but he didn't really say that. But what he said was, there's some lady over here saying that this little girl is my sister.
My sister. Oh,
Sister.
he didn't mess up the church's money now.
Just came all into the house though. Like, you came in the house like, meet your sister. Meet your sister. So he was devastated. So who do you call? You call your mama. But what happened was, you know, since Keith didn't know this was gonna happen like this, he had no idea, because he didn't know his son had done that. But Rashida didn't drive herself. She was with her sisters. And I know we talked about it weeks back, but one sister is not, for lack of a better word, she's not wrapped too tight.
Too tight? Okay. Yeah.
That's called ratchet.
No, she's not ratchet.
Oh.
She got all kinds of degrees and everything. She's not ratchet. She's got it together. It's just that she's got this button that if you push the button, even if it ain't got nothing to do with her, there's gonna be a problem.
It's ratchet with degrees.
Oh, is that what it is? I might have to ask you more about ratchet with degrees. So then she says, what happened? And she was like, oh my gosh. Like she got up from the table because now they're eating because, you know, when you shop, you gotta go eat. So she got up like, oh my gosh. And they were like, well, who we got to cook? What we got to do? And she was like, my son then called me because some girl is over there saying he got a sister. Them sisters weren't having that. They all went, but they were in the same car. So they weren't gonna just drop her off. But the problem was she said, sit in the car. I got this. That's not what happened. The three of them arrived at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Knock, knock, knock. And the door opens and slowly this woman answers the door. And when she's staring like, I think I know you. And she's looking like, I think I know you. And then out of nowhere, you hear, Nurse Rashida? Angel was like, hell no. What is happening? If she could, she would have reached over there and bopped her. And I was like, hold it. And then she was like, wait a minute. I'm here to get my son. She said, son.
Keith was in there sweating. What?
Keith didn't know yet. He's just like, Heifer, why are you opening my door? Because he's not committed to he's not committed. So he's like, Heifer, why are you opening my door? Oh, yeah. He was like, is that who? Shit. But it was too late. It was too late. The door was open. So when the door is open, that's a greeting to come in. And when they came in, and she was like, what the hell? He was like, what are you doing here? And she was like, because my son texted me and said that he got a sister. And he was like, and the girl's like, I didn't know. And you know what, bless her little heart, because how it describes, she must have been in her, I'm gonna give her a little bit. I'm gonna say early 20s, mid 20s, but I don't know. So she, you know, he was using, abusing. This girl didn't know anything. It's the same girl that when you go way back, she was mad that her baby daddy wasn't going to come to the delivery room, and Nurse Rashida was like, I got you. Damn, that's some shit. So anyway, she's like, nigga, move around. I can't with you. I can't, because my sister's going to cut you. Like, this is what needs to happen. Let me get my son, and we're leaving. He's like, but wait. Fuck you, nigga. I'm out. So she leaves.
Diary of black man, black woman.
Yeah. She didn't cut up nothing. No, she didn't.
Right.
No, she didn't.
What Angela Bassett do? Pluck that cigarette.
She flicks it, and she flicks it. And then she flips her hair, and it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
No. Rashida didn't have to do that. So she goes home and she goes home. And so she's just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to talk to my son, but I need rational people. Like Dana's rational. She's just kind of like, yeah. Angel's like, fuck everybody. Let's just beat everybody and I'll feel better. I don't care if you guys don't, but it makes me feel good. So she was looking for somebody else to kind of help. So who would that be? She's going to call her new boo across the street. So she's like, hello. He's like, hey. She was like, oh, why does he sound like he's asleep? Oh, because it's bedtime. My bad. I got a situation and I need you to help me handle it. So she tells him what's going on. And he's like, he's a sucker punk. That's not what he says, but it just sounds better like that. But he uses some words because when he gets really upset, he uses some words. So he was really upset. So I was like,
really?
Yeah. He was like, had his girl's back and stuff. So I was like, oh, that's so cute. But anyway, so she was like, what do I do? He said, you need to be honest. And she's like, so tell him that he's a punk ass nigga. No, that's not. You're not gonna do that.
I didn't see that in the book. Those words were not said.
Yeah, it's on page, I think there's 180 some pages. It's on 196.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so he was like,
I don't see that. Okay.
No, Oh, you have yours on your iPad. You're not going to get to that page.
Okay, it's not on that version.
It's not on your page. Yeah,
okay.
no. Malika, I don't know if you got a print early, it might not be in there. I got a later print.
I'm gonna have to
I
go
don't
look.
see that.
Somebody tore some pages out of mine.
Yeah. Don't worry about it because I'm sure that's what happened.
Okay.
I mean, that's what happened.
Let's
gotta
So
take your
anyway.
word for it. We'll take your
Yeah,
Yeah.
take my
Okay.
word for it. I wouldn't
Okay.
fabricate this book. I
You
don't need
would.
to. It speaks
Oh.
for
You
itself.
would. No, you would.
No, you wouldn't. Oh,
I wouldn't.
really? Oh,
No,
really?
No reason to. Speaks for
Oh,
itself.
okay.
Speaks for itself.
Oh, okay.
So what happens now though, he says, so you wouldn't, that's not your personality. That's not her personality. So that's great because anyway, that's not her personality, but I would call him punk. But anyway, so then he says, just be honest with him. And she was like, you're right. Do you want to come over? I'm like, we're having a serious conversation. Like something went down. Like your son got a sister that you didn't know about. That's 1.5. So you've been only divorced for 5 months. And you saying, can you come? I said, okay, well, he said, yes, I can. Yes. She said, I'll let you know when the coast is clear. Let me go handle this real quick. So she runs in the room and she didn't run in the room. She took time with her son. I would have ran it. No. Okay. So then she goes into the room and she's like, son. And he said, so dad cheated on you. And she was like, whoa. And she was like, what you know about cheating? He was like, I know that if you've only been divorced for 5 months and this little baby is this age, he cheated on you. And I'm glad you are not with him. And mama, did you know? Well, I didn't know until needless to say, that ended with, Mom, I'm glad you left. And I'm like, oh, dang, okay. You know,
He gonna be on Ricky Lake next week.
Ricky Lake, that's who he's gonna be on.
Yeah.
Not Dr. Phil, but Ricky.
No.
Okay.
He's gonna be on Ricky Lake.
Too bad she stopped airing shows
You have to go back in time for that.
decades ago, right?
Decades ago. That's how bad he gonna be messed up.
Well,
What you say,
this is what happens
It's
though.
not enough drama for Denny Jones, so it had to be Ricky Lake.
Yeah, Ricky Lake.
Oh, okay. Well, not yet. Drama. Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
so then,
Let's go.
well, she calls her boo and she's like, well, I think she might have texted him. Well, whatever. Needless to say, coast is clear. Bring your ass. That's what she's basically saying. Yeah, she's like, I'm ready. Son is asleep.
She ready.
She ready. She was ready. Hey. So then what happens is he's like, I'm on my way. He goes to the front door. He's like getting ready to, and he sees a car pull up and he was like, what the? No, nigga, no. Who are Keith's ass? Keith, what you doing over here? You got a whole 1-year-old that needs your attention right now. So what you doing over here? Needs your full undivided. You have a whole situation that you need to try to handle at that house. But you over here.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he's like, oh, I do not want to deal with this nigga. I'm trying to get me a piece. That's what he was trying to do. He didn't want to do it. He was like, God, all right. So Keith says, nigga, why you at my wife's house? First mistake. First mistake. And he's like, nigga, you divorced.
First mistake, your Jesus piece is fake.
Yes. And so he's like, he was very nice because he was like, I don't want to do this. Like, just stand over there. Actually, nigga, leave. Like, what are you doing? Right. And then he was getting a little rowdy. Like, yeah. Rowdy, you know, there's nosy neighbors and shit. But anyway, he's getting a little buck. And so then you hear Devin yell out the window, Dad, no. I'm like, oh, damn. Woke up the kid. They were about to get it on. And now he's up. Just messing everything up. He's messing it up. So Rashida comes to the door like, nigga, I have plans. You're messing it up. What are you doing here? And then all I know, something happens there. I think it's a scuffle. I can't really, but I think he might have lunged. But when he lunged, you could smell what he was kind of drinking. So which led to, he shouldn't have probably been driving. He shouldn't have brought his ass over there. But you know, when he was drinking, he's probably thinking of everything that he had done wrong. Too late. Too late. The divorce was final.
Hmm.
So then he says, okay. He kind of puts him in the headlock and pins his arm. I would kind of say it was like almost like a wrestling move, I think. And Rashida was like, let me get my son up out of the window. But I don't know if he kind of, but whatever he did, I don't know if he even had to put a whole bunch into it. He just kind of held him, was like, nigga, are you through? Like, nigga, are you through? Like,
He had to kind of put his weight on him. You know what I mean? Like, let a nigga know.
Yeah,
Like, what it is. You know what I'm
you
saying?
stop.
but he was
Little boy.
still gyrating and stuff. And he was like, nigga, are you done? Like, are you
Little boy.
done? Are you done? So
Are we done?
right, which one is it? Because you're working up a sweat and I'm about to work up a sweat, but you gotta leave. So
And I'm trying to get to this sweat.
I'm
Yeah.
trying, but you're messing it up right now. And you just I got all fresh and clean. I got cologne and stuff on it. You getting your sit, you're gonna have to be still. Rashida comes out like, what are you doing? I'm gonna leave. That's the best thing, but you can't leave without these keys. So they call old boy at Uber. That must have been very embarrassing because you're sitting in your car mad. You are so angry, and you just kind of got beat up. Like, you know, if we were in 5th grade, he just got his ass whooped. That back in 5th grade, that would have been an ass whooping. You know, now
He's looking out the window.
yeah. He was mad. He was so upset. He was so upset. And they're sitting on the stairs like, when is this Uber gonna come? Like, they're just so they're so taken back. They're just so taken back. So he gets before he gets in his Uber though, you know, a drunk man talks a sober man's thoughts. So he turned.
Wait a
and
minute,
made-
slow down. Wait a minute. What are you saying?
I said a drunk man talks a sober man's thoughts.
Okay. Ooh. You said
So what he
something
no, so what he said is, I'm sorry. Girl, I didn't even deserve you. Yeah, fucking know that. But okay, whoops, not about us, not about us.
All right.
And so he says, yeah,
Wow.
else. I call the Holy Ghost right there.
he did.
You gotta remember, I'm like, oh yeah, we talk about the book. We talk about the book.
Right?
Somebody call the Holy Ghost. Lord have mercy.
How funny, man.
Yeah. So then, you know,
Boom
he turns, he
shakalaka.
did.
Hyundai and Excel.
Did you say boom shakalaka and you exhale? That's a lot. Okay. Oh, get your drink your Dr. Pepper.
You can be a pepper too.
Be a pepper too.
When you like to, yeah. Okay, anyway, we gotta focus. So then what happens is he turns to Bryson, was like, dude, I'm sorry. He was like, we're good. Like, nigga, you done ruined my night. We're good. Move. So then, okay, so then let's go back. So then Tracy, now this happens. Tracy, she wants to come over because she needs to talk to Bryce, not that night, another night, but she wants to talk to him about spending more time with Kiki. Now, what you don't know is Kiki's like, that's Tracy. That's Tracy.
Tracy.
That's Tracy. So I don't know if the bond was tight, if they were, you got to read the book because it will tell you, but
True.
that's Tracy. That's Tracy. So Tracy's like, I need to spend more time. That's what she said. But when she gets there, she's barely wearing anything. She's got like some kind of dress on, some kind of dress. I don't know. She rings the doorbell and got wine. So we need to have wine to talk about the time. No, you need to come on Wednesdays and Thursdays at 6. And that's it. Like, that's easy. We could have texted that. We could have did anything. But, you know, we're dealing with two people. Like, Bryce is a good guy. He's a good guy. So he's like, come on, just bring your ass. We'll make it quick. I got things to do. So she wants to pour glasses of wine and stuff. And he's just so agitated, like, hurry up. But somehow, I don't know who bumped to something. She spilled some wine on her dress. Right? Yes. Like, how could this happen to me? I'm like, bitch, you did. Anyway,
Mm.
you need to leave. You need to leave. I'll come get her on Thursday. I'll see you. But no, that's not what happens. This heifer says, I need to put it in the wash and takes it off. Takes it off. The book says she had on a thong. That's what it said. A thong. That means there was nothing else up under that dress. Okay.
Don't.
What is going on?
I don't know what's going on. I don't know, because Tracy isn't the best.
That was his thoughts at the time. I'm just.
That is not his thoughts. No.
It wasn't.
Okay. So Tracy is a bad mamma jamma. Okay, let's just keep it real. She's a bad mamma jamma. She looks like America's top model. Okay, like she don't look like Tyra, because Tyra, she looks. She's a. I'm just saying, Tyra. She's older now. Yeah, I'm just saying. So, I mean, as a model, you know what? Let me just stop. So she didn't look like her. Let's just put it like that. Based on what I read, she didn't look like her. She was a bad mamma jamma. So yes, I could see him. He looked, but he was probably like, not interested. I know what I have. So I'm sure he looked like, damn, that's a thong from Victoria's Secret. That was probably 24, 6. Yeah. He probably knew everything about it, but he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. No, he didn't do anything. So what happens is,
for the page in the catalog, page 26.
He probably knows all of
right hand corner. Okay.
Yeah, and he probably knows the model that was wearing it, but he didn't do nothing. Right. What he did was he said, "Let me go get this heifer a t-shirt. Like, you're doing too much." So he goes to get a t-shirt. When he comes back, she just looks all surprised, and he's just like, I can't deal with her. Let me take this downstairs and just put this in the wash so I can get rid of her. Like I when men can't really stand a woman, it kind of shows. And I think he couldn't stand her because she had taken him to a place that he had never wanted to be 10 years ago. And then you come back. So he was feeling some type of way. So he's just like, I gotta get this heifer out of my house. What he did, that's what he did. So then, yeah, you got time, you just freeze. So then, while he's downstairs, he hears somebody talking, and he was like, "Oh, wait, what? Wait, is that
who that is?
Yes,
my baby daddy. Who that is? That's my baby daddy."
No, so what he does is he's like, that sounds like Rashida. Oh my gosh. So he runs upstairs, but by this time, this Tracy is standing at the door in the t-shirt, but making sure that she could see that that's all she had on. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's busy right now. Sorry you had to see this. Nah, this is what happened. So Rashida's like, but she ends up making eye contact with her boo, her neighbor boo. I like that, neighbor boo. So she makes eye contact with him like, all right, I see this is some bullshit. So she's like, okay, but I got this. She had to just tell him right off the bat, like, I got this. Look, heifer, you didn't even spell my goddamn name right. That's
Mama said not too loud.
That's what she wanted to do, but she kept it so classy. She was like, instead of trying to push up on my man, you need to build your relationship with your daughter. Bryce, you need to get rid of her, get her something, and I'll see you real soon, and don't make me wait. I said, she didn't even bop her in the head. That's how classy she was. Tracy was like, and she goes, oh, and by the way, the next time you send me a text message, spell my name right. She didn't say it like that, but that's what she wanted to say. And he was like, text message? Yeah, this heifer done sent me a text message. And he's like, oh my gosh. She was like, don't worry. Just, she needs to move around. So Tracy was like, totally embarrassed. He went and got her some jogging pants so quick and took her ass and was like, listen, when next time my baby girl sees you, she'll have your dress. Move around.
Hit the bricks,
move around.
Move around.
So So she tried it. She tried it, but she was not ready
Sweep
for
around
Rashida.
your own front door. y'all don't know about that gospel song. Sweep around your own front door.
Yeah, country.
Okay, so then this is what happens, guys. She's minding her business one day and she happens to look out and she sees Tracy at her boo's house. And she was like,
she gotta
why
go
is he
somewhere
at?
and get a job. She's everywhere.
She
She
does
need a
work.
job.
She's a nurse.
Well, she won't working. She must have been on COVID
Thought they
relief or
supposed to
something.
work like 16,
She
18
might have
hours.
had
She
a
at
day
home too
off.
often.
Hello. People
Oh,
have days
okay.
off and they have PTO.
I
Gosh.
question that.
You got a lot of. You request a lot.
Okay,
of
you know
PTO.
what? You don't need to question anything. All you need to question is why Tracy is standing at this door. She's standing at the door and she
Again.
knows her man is at work and the girl's at school. So she's like, what the hell? She goes, Tracy. Tracy's like, oh, and she knew immediately. Tracy became a letter writer again. She started writing a letter. So remember, 10 years ago, that's how she broke it off. She wrote a letter, a Dear John letter. This heifer done wrote another letter, but you just was over there in a dress wanting to spend more time with your daughter, but that really wasn't it.
A Paul? Ain't she a Paul or something? A punk ass woman? Paul?
She's a pad.
Oh,
Oh,
Pad.
a pad.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. She's a Pam. She's a Pam. She's a punk ass mom.
Pam.
She's a Pam.
Oh, punk ass
So
mom.
yeah.
I was thinking punk ass woman.
Yeah.
That's on
No,
page-
so
That's
this,
on page 222.
Yeah. That's on the fine print. But okay, you're right. So Pam, who is Tracy, she
AKA
decides
Tracy.
to say, she just turns to Rashida and says, I can't do this. I don't even like kids. Okay. It's okay to not like kids, but when you have one, but
It's a
she hasn't
bad
been a
girl.
mom in years, so she don't know. So Rashida was like, please don't do this. Like, please, because she has grown fond of this child. She knows
Damn.
this child needs this woman in her life. And she's like,
Hey, that's
listen,
the true
do,
definition of for the streets right there. For real. That's the true definition of for the streets. She for the streets. For real.
Yeah, she was.
yeah. And bless her heart, because I'd have beat her and drug her up in that driveway. I really would have. But anyway, that's not about me. We're talking about the book. So what happened then? She is begging and pleading her, like, do not do this. And she was like, she got you. I'm like, oh, wow, lady, you're tripping. So Rashida does what any woman's going to do. I got to call Bryce. She calls him, has him on speaker. He's just happy to hear, hey, baby, what's up? And she's like, Tracy's at it again. And he was like, she's leaving. Tracy, can she hear me? I don't know if he said it like this, but I know he was like, am I on speaker? Because I got to say it so she can hear this. Bitch, if you leave, don't bring your monkey ass back around. That's what he
Damn,
said.
that's how she said it.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
I
He
read
said, if
I
you
hear him
leave,
read that.
putting down
do
like
not
that,
bring
too.
your monkey ass back around here again.
Oh,
That is on
and
page
she did it.
368.
She did all
No, I think that's. I thought I read that one.
Oh, you read that one.
I thought I read that. Let me look at
Yeah.
the bibliography. I think it's
This
a
heifer got in her car, y'all. Got in her car and proceeded to drive. While Rashida is, I don't know if it's Dukes of Hazzard or something like that, but she was like pulling and banging on the. My heart broke. Like my heart broke. I seen the scene. The only thing that was missing is the brick up against the window that accidentally hit her head, because you're leaving.
Accidentally, huh?
It was an accident, because I was just trying to break it,
Yeah,
because the car was out of control. So I tell the officer I was just trying to break the window to help her drive.
Oh Lord.
Good luck.
Lions, bears, and tigers. And what Jasmine say? Lion, tip, bears, tigers.
I'm just saying. Yeah. But I mean, it was a whole scene. Rashida is in the middle of the street, broken. I'm talking about devastated and broken, because she's like, damn, oh boy, he didn't know what to do when she came back and he iced me. Right. Now he's gonna ice me again. No, she wasn't really thinking like that, but she was worried about both of them. So she was blowing up his phone, and he did the same old bullshit. He didn't answer. I'm like, nigga, answer your phone. Answer your phone. She's just trying to help you. But anyway, so he goes home because he has to get it together, because now he's got to figure out, how do I tell my daughter? Here I go again. I never should have let her in my life. You know, he's going through all this stuff. And then there was a knock at the door, and he's just like, I can't, let me go get the door. Well, I don't know if you call them the watch night people. I don't know. Or if you call them little old nosy neighbors. I don't know. But I do appreciate the fact that this nosy neighbor had an iPad. Because in her iPad, her little fancy iPad that her grandson probably bought her, she recorded what happened. So she was like, I just need you to know that there was a little altercation in front of your little driveway today. And he was like, I already know. And the husband was there, and he was doing what any man would do, like, baby, we just really need to mind our business. Like, and you know, she drug his ass over there. So he was just like,
why you so nosy?
right. But it didn't matter, because she's like, we're going over there. We're going right now, and you are going with me. So he's just looking like, sir, I am so sorry. I do apologize. But he didn't say it, but his eyes did it. You know, his eyes, he was like, yes. That's how he looked. Oh, that's how he looked, because he didn't want to be there. And you got her with her iPad, like, I got something to show you. Hold on, I didn't even know how to get to the pictures. You know, they're old. They didn't. She's like, hold it. But she gets there, and he's like, I already know. Yeah. But when he looks down, he realizes he sees something. And what he sees is his girl, like, banging on this window, and then like falling to the ground and crying. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. And she was like, yeah, I hope you and your girl work these things out. I hope everything's good. Okay, now we'll go back to minding our business. Her husband's like, get your ass back across the yard. But I'm telling you, this is what happened. I gotta move this, because this is what happened. This dude, he goes to the house. He doesn't ask, now 1, 2, 3, 4. He asked 0 questions. And let me tell you what he did. I gotta tell you, because
what page you on?
Not talking about.
Read Preacher. What page you on, Preacher?
Yeah, 162. Let the church say amen. When everybody gets to that page, just say amen.
Do we have to stand for the word?
No, you ain't got to stand for this. No. So what happens is, he walks in, he guides her to the bedroom, and he says, I fucking love you. That's what he says. He didn't say, I love you, boo. You know, he said, I fucking love you. There was something behind that. Like, he meant,
I must have to edit.
He meant that. So, you know, she said,
Robert, and it did not say that.
But why he was doing that, why he was saying that, I think it reads like he was dropping his pants and he forced her against the wall, like he grabbed her and forced her against the wall. And I'm like, oh my God, that was the part where fucking love you came in. Because he was queuing her up. So then he plunged into her core. Okay, plunged into her core. I'm like,
Wait. Repeat that.
Graphic. This is so.
The part of he plunged into her core.
Okay, now this time go slow.
He plunged into her core. Oh wait, let me add, which was already soaking wet.
Great job.
All she said was, yes, I love you so much, baby.
Great. We need to put a stamp on this episode. Parental advisory.
On all of them.
Okay, so this is what happens. He pumped in and out so hard and so strong taking all of his frustrations out of his body onto hers. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. And not only that, she welcomed every stroke. I said, well, sweet baby Jesus. Go ahead, girl. She welcomed it. She was like, bring it on. Yeah. You know, and then you know what? He did apologize. He had to apologize because he was like, "Babe, I'm so sorry." She was like, what are you sorry for? And he was like, I was kind of rough. You know, he's kind of embarrassed because he was like, I think I took out. And she was like, I didn't even notice. That's what she basically said. I didn't even notice we were mad.
You good. Good. You good.
Right.
Like
You good. You want to get
man.
angry one more time? That's what I think it said. You want to keep getting angry and frustrated?
Don't even matter.
Nothing
Yeah.
even matters at all.
No. And he did feel some type of way because I think before they were protecting themselves, he, in the heat of the moment, I think he purposely, accidentally forgot to grab a condom. But I mean, as long as everybody was happy, that's,
I don't know now.
that's all that.
It's happy in the moment.
That's kind of that's kind of all that matters.
Man,
So that was his.
Yep.
What?
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
That was his what? You said that was his what?
That was his thank you. He was thanking her. Yeah,
Thank
you know, most people just say thank you. I really
Yeah, right.
appreciate everything that you've done. I seen that you were running down the street, banging, trying to keep this woman in my daughter's life. Thank you.
But
he chose
decided to
different.
do what to
Plunge.
pleasure her? What? Say that again.
Plunge.
He decided to thank her by.
Say it again. Say it again.
He decided to thank her by just giving her the business. I mean, he put her. She was pressed up on the wall. I don't even know if I think they still on the wall. I don't even know what happened.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think everybody should get an iPad because you too can have this if your neighbor sees it. Everybody buy an iPad. Because I think you guys should buy your neighbors iPads. So just in case you too could have this experience. Anyway, then something weird happens. All of a sudden.
That wasn't weird enough.
No, there's something else that happens. There's something else that
wow.
happens. Angel, when they get a phone call, Angel's ass is in jail. I'm like, Angel. Now what did Angel do? You know, Angel is kind of a hot pot. And so Dana's like, don't tell mom and dad, but I gotta figure out your sister. That's what she said. Your sister. But she's both of our sisters. But your sister done did it again. So she was like, well, what happened? I don't know. Something at a restaurant. And I think Keith was involved. And she's like, oh shit. Okay. How about I do
that
this?
with y'all siblings saying like y'all mama, your mama this, your mama that? Y'all do that with y'all siblings?
Yeah, because it is your mama. Yeah, your mama acting a damn fool today. Yeah. So then what she does is she's like, what the hell? So she just calls Keith and was like, I haven't talked to you, nigga, because I don't want to. I really don't. But my sister is in jail. Yeah, and I'm pressing charges on that heifer. And he's like, what? Stop being a pussy. That's what she wanted to say. I don't know if that was in there. But she was like, what is wrong with you? And he said, your sister, okay, let me just tell you, like your sister see me with another woman and I'm having a baby. Like it was nothing, like I'm having another baby. And she could go any day now. That's why Angel was trying to whoop your ass, because that is now the second child that you had while you. So needless to say, I think Angel tore up the restaurant. I'm not for sure, but me knowing who Angel is, I'm pretty sure they put her ass out. And when they put her ass out, there was Popo waiting for her. And so needless to say, Rashida was able to talk him down from the tree because he knew he was being foolio. So she was like, stop. And that got squashed. But the best part of
What kind
all of
80s
this
baby,
was
70s baby are you?
Fooey. So, but the best part of all of this is, you know, Bryce was really cautious about taking anybody to see his parents, right? After what Tracy did, he was like, I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I'm not going to introduce anybody. I'm just not. But something special happened. He took her to meet his parents. And when I'm telling you, when they met the parents, it was like, hey, grandma, hey, grandpa. I was like, wait, grandma, grandpa, hey, mama. It was one big happy family. But if you really want to know what happens with them, you're going to have to keep reading. And then join us for book 2. I Ain't the One. And you really want to know about this? Because I'll just tell you this. Angel, she ain't the one. She ain't the one. We already heard she ain't the one. So you need to finish book 1 and then you need to jump on book 2 and we'll see you soon.
Well, thank you. Well, I hate my voice. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us for Girl That Book.
Man, look.
Come back next time where we'll be doing book 2 of the Power Sister series by me, Virgo Girl. You do not want to miss this book because Angel has got to be that sister you need to get to know.
Yes.
For other videos, come back. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification. Like,
please
subscribe, and share. Hit the notification.
Lucy.